Hello, my angels and angettes. Thank you for tuning into my first ever podcast on YouTube. I would like to thank all my love bugs and all the people that follow me on Anchor. As you can see, I am using Anchor to record this because I was trying to find a way that I can record this without, doing all this hassle on YouTube. This is my first time. Later, if I do really good at this, you will see it evolve to something very beautiful. But for the time being, thank you guys for tuning in. And let's get it started. Okay, if you don't know who I am, my name is Tony. I am a beautiful, beautiful person. I have been doing the podcast for a while now, and I honestly just talk about serious stuff, everyday life, as a mom, and also just learning so much stuff as I grow into my spiritual part of my spiritual aspects and spiritual part of my life. Boom, there we go. Hey, okay. But if you want to know who I am, I love the Lord. I love Jesus Christ and God. They are the two people that I wish to worship for the rest of my life. And also, I am able to see things that normal people can't see. I honestly characterize myself as a spiritual messenger, not a medium or anything, because I don't like the name that comes with that and the responsibility that comes with that as well. But honestly, it's just who I am. So the first topic I want to talk about is lessons. Tony, what are you talking about? I say that a lot on my podcast. If you want to know my podcast, I'll put it in the description below so you can hear the morning rush and the late night convos that I've done so far. For this, I'm not going to do more so morning rushes and late night convos. I'm just going to do straight up topics and go straight into it. If you want to hear morning rushes and afternoon delights, you could definitely go to my podcast on Anchor and just listen to that. That'd be awesome and incredible and stuff of that nature. It's totally free, and I would love to have you guys listen to it and let me know any feedbacks and stuff. But Tony, what are you talking about lessons? Well, throughout our life, we go through a lesson, whether we like it or not. Everything that we go through is about lessons. Some people don't get the lessons, so they keep redoing the lessons. And some people get the lesson and go learn from it and just go straight to it. For me, I'm one of them people. I see everything like a lesson. Some people don't understand that everything we do has a cause and an effect to it. Everybody says action for reaction. I think that's what my friend used to say, but I say everything has a cause and effect to it, because what you do will affect something for the rest of your life. So I also think about that as well. I know growing up, I was very weird. I'm still am, but I was just very weird. I didn't really hang out with normal people. I stayed to myself, but because of that, I know how to grow now. Now I'm a people's person. Now I do what I have to do to just get where I need to go and stuff. And that really taught me a valuable lesson about myself. Sometimes we need to know who we are to get to where we need to go. So that's what I mean by lessons. Now, how do we get to know who we are if, we thought we knew who we are? No, not quite. Everybody goes through something in their life where they have to get to know who they are. It's okay if you don't know who you are. It's very common. So when you go through life, it's lessons. And these lessons are to teach you, who am I? How would I react to this lesson? What am I going to do if this lesson isn't taught right? Will it affect me forever? That's really what I'm doing in my life. As a young adult living in this society and stuff, it's hard to, maintain a lot of stuff. I have 3 children. I know, man. Wow. But it's like I'm learning to do things differently than the average 23-year-old, would do. Me personally, I don't go out. I don't, do a lot of stuff that other people do, but I'm also the type to just keep myself distant from a lot of people because I don't know what their intentions are. I used to be a very people person, but I had to go through lessons. I had to go through lessons when I got older. When I was younger, I isolated myself, but as I grew up, I used to think that the world was full of rainbows and butterflies and gumdrops. And yeah, I got a rude awakening. It was something that I thank so much for, because I was very naive. Boy, I can't believe I'm saying that now, but I was very naive growing up because I believed what people say was their bond. I didn't think they were lying. I honestly thought when people said something, it was the truth. But it took me to learn stuff, to go through things, to understand why things was happening, to understand that not everything people say is the truth. Sometimes you have to read between those lines. And that's why I really wanted to bring up the topic of lessons. So without further ado, I want to just go to another part of the segment. So you guys enjoy. We are back. Okay. So I wanted to share a story that I felt like was a good lesson that I learned throughout my whole year of living. My whole years of living. Sorry about that. Be wise on who you bring into your energy, because not everybody that's in your energy is good energy, if that makes sense. And everybody that say they will pray for you doesn't mean that it's a good prayer. So for a great example, being Tony, like I said, I was very naive, and just growing up, I thought everybody was my friend. And I've lost a lot of friends, but I've also gained a ton of them as well. But as I grew up, I noticed that a lot of people that said they was there for me, they're not there anymore. But always remember that people are only here for a season. And sometimes you have to let go of people whether you like it or not. So when God puts something in your life, it's not to force you to deal with it. It's there to teach you a lesson. What can you learn from this person? If you meet somebody and you can't learn from them, you need to leave them alone. Because that's not something that you want to go into. I had a friend for, I want to say about 10 years, 8 years to 10 years. And throughout our friendship, I thought it was great. I thought we were like very cool. But then what happened was a male got into the relationship and kind of tarnished our relationship. But then I thought about it. How can a guy tarnish a quote-unquote perfect friendship? It's just no way. It's something that everybody has to learn, and that's a lesson that I had to learn as well. Don't blame anybody else from what your friend or what the person that you're being, cordial with is doing and how they do things. I know for me, when I was growing up, I used to think, I needed that friendship. I needed this. I needed that. Don't be afraid to branch out and do what you got to do. A lot of people's not going to like that. If you notice that if you go to somewhere and you're doing something different, and the friends that say that they're your friends, next to say some off the wall stuff like, I don't think you should do it. And you're like, why? I don't know. I just don't. That's a sign of they're not supportive. So that's a lesson. You got to keep people that want to be supportive in your aura. I could see if you're talking about being a stripper or something. Now look, I'm a very supportive friend. So don't come to me because I'm gonna support you anyway. The only thing I won't support is you killing somebody, okay? Or doing drugs. I'm not for it. Nope. I ain't talking about weed either. I'm talking about that heavy stuff. I'm not for it. But I am a very supportive friend. So you should have the same in return. That's a lesson. You have people that are supportive, and then you have people are the yes guy. Everybody has a yes guy in their friendship circle. I don't care who you are. You have a friend that always says yes. I feel like I was that friend. I feel like for a long time I was that friend. The yes. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, and I'd be so serious. It wasn't one of them yeses that's like, yeah, girl. Oh, she about to. Oh God. No, I was like, you want to do it? Do it. You your own person. You're in your own power. I'ma support you. Period. That's the type of friend that people need, and that's a lesson that people need to learn from friendships and also relationships. In the Bible, it says that even if you steer away from me, you need to at least have a friend that's there for you. But a lot of people don't get that. They think that they should be alone. No. This word was made for so you can find somebody to, be a counterpart to, and also be a friend to, be family, be sisters, be brothers to. And a lot of people take that for granted. A lot of people been hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of people been hurt, but that shouldn't stop you from growing. And also finding new people to love and new people to be friends with. It takes time, but nobody's gonna grow overnight. It's not. So like, for an example, if I took what my friend did, that chose guys, over our friendship a lot and just not have any more friends, what do I look like? Blaming her for me not having no more friends, not trusting nobody else. Even though, hey, it is what it is, that's not going to stop me from, growing and learning that lesson of you got to choose who you bring around. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to choose you over a dude, and it shouldn't have to be that way, but it is sometimes. And in order for us to learn that you grow from situations, you evolve from situations. People are like seasons. They change. So you have to either go with the wave or stay with the little steady balance that you're at. I'd rather change and evolve because if you're the same person, you're not learning. You could be the same person, but you could change as well. And what I mean by that, you could stick to your values, but you could change into a beautiful butterfly. You can start learning new things about yourself that you never thought you knew. You can still do that, and it won't make you fake. It just makes you evolve, So anyway, yes. So that's the topic, the lesson. You have to learn lessons. You have to make sure that you get to where you need to be at. If a person comes to you right now and they're in your life, and things happen, and you don't learn the lesson out of that, and you can't tell what God wanted you to know from that situation, you're going to keep redoing that situation over and over again until you realize it, until you snap into your truth and be like, oh shoot, I keep doing this. This is a toxic thing. This is a recurring thing. What can I do to not make this happen again? That's the lesson, So thank you guys for tuning in to Smooth Radios with me, Tony. I will be posting a lot, and I hope I get good reviews. Please comment on the bottom below if you want topics being told. Anything, just comment. Let me know how you feel about this segment. Chime in. I want to hear everybody say something. I just want to see comments, and I would love to see topics as well. And just spread the word and let people know, Tune in. Thank you guys.